What's up, guys? So the new events have me in a pretty good mood. I was thinking it over, putting some serious thought into my formation, and I'm just gonna, I'm just gonna miss out on it. I'm gonna wait. I really have high hopes for Stern Raiders. I don't want to get Isane and Aligonahana. Not that they're not good. I mean, they are very good. But I just have really high hopes for the Stern Raiders. So I'm gonna be patient with that. There's really no need to rush, at least for me. My position is not gonna change in CSB. I already cleared Hollowed Soul, so it's pretty much I have to do something that's gonna benefit me, and there's a lot better choices to make with my gold. So I'm just not gonna change out the partners. That's not really a big deal, but yeah, I'm gonna go back to stacking my vitality. First things first is I have to really clean out my bags. There's way too much stuff, so I'm gonna take care of that right now. And it is safe to say that I can ditch all these material chests. Really, I have pretty much ultimate sets, so I will never really need it. I can see myself getting more ultimate equipment in the future, so I can finally just, ditch all these materials. And it's a good thing. It's going to give me a ton of silver. You want to use them first and then sell the materials. You're going to get a lot more silver this way, because if you don't, you're just going to really lose out on most of your silver that you could get. And it's going to give me a ton of bag space. That's also another thing. The bag space is a struggle. Now, as far as my Brazil account, I honestly have not done anything on it since the You Watch video. I have not even done any events or done my dailies since the You Watch video, and it's just, I don't know. I just completely lost interest into that account. It is just ridiculously hard to level up on that server. I mean, the Evil Spirit is still like level 130, and it doesn't last more than a minute. You can't even tag it. So I just really, completely lost hope in that account. It's not like I'm even gonna get any pilots either. I would only have a couple of people that I have by name that I would let play that account, but otherwise I'm not looking for any pilots. There's only a handful of people I would actually give that account to, so they can play. But yeah, pretty much it's just really, there's really no point in me focusing too much on it. I still have 28k gold saved up, but I wanted to get partners for Your Watch as far as the bond go, and that's really a problem. They haven't come in these events, and I'm not sure when they're gonna come back. But Ultra Hero is here, so the events are really good. I mean, topping up wise, you still have Rio Furnace, you still have the Ultra Hero, which is revamped now. You can get a lot better things now. I really want to take part in the events, but there's really not much I can do. I've been really thinking everything. I've been thinking all possibilities about my formation. I will pretty much keep Namayo no matter what. The only thing I would like is to either work on my Ichibei, to actually make use of my Vanguard, or just completely ditch him. Now, at my point, I have a pretty much 98% chance that I am right, but in my position, the Vanguard is really useless. It doesn't do anything for me. It's literally be nuked or get nuked. As far as the CSB, a Vanguard isn't going to change that. Even if I were to get a Kukaku and mod her up, I honestly don't think that would change anything, because true, her second mod does give keto defense, but at the same time, I would have to. It's just too hard to take hits. I mean, I would probably be able to survive Ryugeens, but then trying to kill a Ryugeen if they go first, it's just too hard, And honestly, I don't want to make that transition to going towards Ryugeen yet. I really don't. Biggest problem with me getting Ryugeen is the cost. It's going to stay 60k for a while now. Maybe within 2 months' time, we're going to see it drop to 40k. And even if I was to get it for 40k, I don't know. It's just you have to change your whole formation for that. And it's just like a, kind of long commitment to it. But Cotton is really, I don't know. It really seems like it's getting useless. It's still the best offensive-wise Zanpakuto, though. Except for Void Region, it's not going to work there. But as far as PvP, I just can't believe how ridiculous Ryujin is. Like, the Mutilate and Ignite is just too good. It really is. I can't even imagine future Zanpakutos what they're going to be, but there's still at least, I think, like a half a year. I assume that it takes about like 6-7 months for a new Zanpakuto to come out. So you pretty much shouldn't be in a rush. As if Zanpakutos were coming out too fast, it would just be too crazy. But yeah, we cleared out a ton of space, and I'm really happy about this. Before I continue, there's something I need to address. Alright, so on the screen you're gonna be seeing these are the US rankings from all the servers on Go Games for the US side. Now on the left hand side you're gonna see the rankings from last month, and then the August ones are now, so you guys can check the description of the video. There's gonna be the link to the US one and the EU one. And honestly, these lists are getting crazy. First thing I have to announce is that I'm not gonna be keeping track of everybody's stats. I'm only doing battle power because it's just getting way too crazy. There's too many people joining it. When I first started this battle power list in May, or was it June, one of those months, it was only 16 people in US, and now we're getting up to 32 people. So I'm done keeping track of stats. Next month, the cutoff point is no longer 5 mil battle power, it's going to be 6 mil battle power. We need to thin the list. There's way too many people with 5 mil battle power now. And I really want to keep the battle power list for all the elite players, you know. 5 mil isn't really that common of a battle power. I'm not even close to 5 mil. But when you're trying to talk about elite players, you want to have as little as you can for the list. So the cutoff point for US is going to be 6 mil battle power next month. And I mean, there are some huge changes. First of all, I am very shocked. Nanami actually overtook Dante in battle power. It was a pretty huge difference. Both of them didn't get Ryujin, they still have Cotton. As well as Fuji Habiki, he got a crazy amount of battle power boosted up as well. So there are huge significant changes in the list. And Mages just keeps climbing, you know, so the top 5 are just in a ridiculous point. I can see Nanami and Dante probably passing Living God by New Year's like 2017. That's definitely a possibility. Maybe like Christmas at best. It really depends on what they can do and how much more money they're going to decide to put in. And then now on the screen, I'm going to put up the European server rankings. So honestly, Europe is slightly weaker than the US, and that's just because they came out later. But it has been progressing really nicely. When I first made the EU rankings, there was only like 5 or 6 people, and then July we managed to get 11, and now it's up to 19. So I'm going to stick with the 5 mil BP on EU until we get at least 30 people in the rankings. Then I'm gonna raise it up as well to 6 mil. But biggest change is definitely Rookie. I mean, he went from 6.3 mil battle power to 7.4 million, and he was just undergoing crazy formation changes. He has a really stacked Mugetsu, but then now he's also working on supports and his Vanguard. So I mean, his battle power is just gonna skyrocket. He would definitely be as strong as Dante if he never stacked that Mugetsu to the point. But yeah, a lot more people joining us this list. So I just wanted to let you guys know with these changes that next month, starting this month, there's no more stats. It's just purely battle power on the list. And then next month, US is going to be 6 mil BP and up, and then EU will still stay at 5. So that's all I really had to say. So now we can return to the video. Yeah, all the bag stuff is cleared out. That is all so good. Now, there are a few things that I have to think about. So, formation-wise, I really don't need... I just don't need a Vanguard. I really don't. Kukaku would be nice in the future. I think in the future it would be a really good choice. But just right now, it doesn't really seem that way for me. No, I could just loot everything. I might as well just... Well, let me just go through this actually. Make it easier on me. But yeah, as far as my formation, I am sticking with Berserk Renji. I got him 5th mod, and there's really no assaulter that I need. I don't focus on assaulters, so getting like a Koga Kuchiki for, you know, PvP isn't really... It's a good choice, but at the same time, I don't want to work on his modifies, and I would still stick with Berserk Renji anyway. As far as Namaya, I'm stuck with him because, you know, I just got him 6th mod. But I really like his damage and I really like his speed halo. So my only concern is that Hikifune does not hit all, and at the same time she is a lot slower than new supports. Now when I say slower, I'm not talking growth rate wise, I'm talking about the bonds. So if you look at almost most of the new supports, they all have a speed bond, but she does not. You can see here all her bonds. She has hit rate, max HP, damage rate. And then the Hakuteiken bond is when she is attacked, she has a small chance of increasing her speed by 20% for 1 round. Now, that really isn't too good because it's not gonna help her go first. All right, it might make her faster after she gets attacked, but then I'm not really looking to out tank. I'm looking to outspeed. So that's the one problem. But when you look at a lot of supports, so for instance, let's go to Isane. She has a speed bond with Elegant Unohana. 15% speed is a huge difference. Then we go to Elegant Unohana. She doesn't have a speed bond, so she really isn't ideal. Then you have Shinemu. She gets a 12% speed bond, and it's really easy to get. And then you also have, there's a lot of supports that have it. The easiest would be Senjumaru. If I could find where she is for a second. Senjumaru. She has a speed bond with Hikifune, 15% as well. And then you also have the Gentle Byakuya, which he also has a speed bond, 15%. So as far as speed goes, the Noble Isane is the fastest. Then you have Gentle Byakuya. Then you would have Senjumaru. And then you would have Shinemu. That would be the order of speed ranking. And the majority of it is because of that one bond. Now, my Hikifune has, I would say she has really good speed for how long I've been into the game so far. But 15% of this, if I had a speed bond, would be a huge difference. Or at least let's say 10% because I doubt I would max the bond. So it would actually be a huge difference, you know. That's why I need to focus on that bond. Just gonna help out. I'm stuck in a speed game, so I have to focus this way. It's not like I can just, you know, stack a Vanguard or anything. I'm stuck with content. I really don't want to replace it for Hironomaru or like a Senbon Zakura or even a Ryujin too soon. No, it's just, you know, Ryujin is just really good Zanpakuto. The Zanpakuto alone can win you games, honestly. If you just have a stacked Vanguard that can survive multiple turns, that Ryujin is going to help you win the fight by itself. But that's all I really have to say about the formation. Still though, the what is it? The Noble Isane is still an extremely good partner. She's one of the good recent partners that we had in a long time. It has been way too long since we actually had a good partner come out. I can't remember the last one that was really good. Just a lot of disappointments, you know, starting with Tessai, Yachiru. Then the Gentle Byakuya was kinda a disappointment. I mean, he is good for a Ryujin team, but not at that price. I would never pay 30k gold, even if I had a Ryujin to put him in. That is just crazy. This Noble Isane, for how much she costs, she is very good. I'm just here trying to find out. Let's see. So I'd be 1 point short, so I'm not able to get the daily task. I'm really trying to get Shinso again. Primarily trying to get him just because of the Brave Souls skin I have. That's why I like him so much, so I'm trying to get Shinso. But yeah, I would have been 1 point short if I did get all purples from there. And basically gonna try to get Ryu Manukaku and then just go for the other things. But what is this? Points should exchange. So I'm gonna show you this one thing with the daily sign-in. Alright, so I'm gonna show you one thing. When you have an auto clicker, you can bug this out to get a shit ton of coupons each day. And it's just simple. You run the auto clicker, you put 1 millisecond, it starts going really fast. Now I would wait for it to make sure it works. Like if your mouse really stutters like this, then you can tell it's going really fast. And then just hover over it. Now you're gonna see that shit jump up 100 times. Like it doesn't do it 100 times. Obviously, it's just not gonna do it that much. But you'll at least be able to do it like at least 6 to 8 times. You times that by 15, you pretty much getting like almost 100 coupons a day. Pretty close to 100 coupons just by doing that. And I mean, it's just something that they didn't fix. I mean, Brazil has the same thing. Except in Brazil, you can also do that with the butterfly thing, the Jigo Kucho. You can also do that with that and get a lot of silver. And I guess it's like an exploit, but I mean, you know, they're not fixing it. I even addressed it to them. I even like told them that, oh, okay, you could fix this because it's happening like this, and I don't know when they're gonna fix it. As far as updates, we haven't really been getting too close to anything. I have 1,999 of the Red Hogyoku fragments, and that's another thing I have to consider because everything relies on what choice I'm gonna make. Now, I could just get but I can't even speak English anymore. It's really late. I've been farming these toast and raids and brave souls. I'm just tired. But I got a keto defense yesterday, and I got a physical defense now. And I just really don't need them because I have all purples and golds. But everything depends on what I'm going to do. If I stick with 2 supports and the Vanguard, then I can go for this no problem, godlike damage rate and speed. Now, if I do plan on going 3 supports, then most likely I'm going to have to get a perfect speed Hogyoku and then a godlike keto attack on speed. You know, this way I can pass on one of the gold ones to my 3rd support that I have, and then just start the red ones for my main support. Now, I really don't know. I can go either way, honestly. I can go whichever route I want to go. I have no problem with that. I don't mind ditching my Vanguard. I don't mind getting 3 supports. If I do get 3 supports, then I would have to go spend my coupons on this Visored Revenge and get agility stones, because I don't have agility stones, but my Vanguard has wisdom stones, so that's a plus. Ichibe has good wisdom stones, at least like all 8s, so it would actually be a pretty good deal if I got a 3rd support. My BP would probably definitely increase as well. Then I could give my staminas all over the place. But yeah, we have 1999, so tomorrow I'll be able to get 2000, and I'm not sure if I'll do it right away. Soul cultivation, we're getting at 7,000, and just feels good to have bag space now. But yeah, guys, like I was saying about the Love Couples event, it is basically it's Valentine's Day in China. It's either the 7th or the 8th. It's between 7th, 8th, or 9th of August. So it's pretty much like a pretty big deal to them. That's why you have this kind of perfect couples event going on. It's weird for us because we have Valentine's Day in February, but China has it now. And I mean, it's all good. It gives us more holiday events this way. You know, you can't complain. Void Region is tomorrow, not today as well. Now, just, you know, having all this empty bag space, but then now you have to sell stuff because of cultivation. And I just really wish that they could just ditch this low-level crap. I really wish there's like a filter you could do or something like that. But yeah, no. I just haven't really focused on my Brazil account. There's just nothing to do, or at least nothing I want to do. I can't make my watch better. I don't feel like topping up on there. I'm not the level to get the equipment sets. I'm not the level to get accessory sets. So my watch is pretty much done. He's the best he can get. That's really all I can do. I tried, you know. It actually was better for me to make that watch because I went from like being at about like rank 8, rank 10 to pretty much I can keep a rank 4 spot, like rank 4 or 5. It's pretty good that way. But yeah, I don't know. So stacking all the exclusives on Hiki. I know eventually when I inherit I'm gonna get screwed over, but there's just no one else that needs the exclusive, so I might as well put it on her. And there's also there's a lot of things to talk about. There's a lot of things. One thing is I really want to get a new intro. So if you guys know anybody that makes pretty good intros, you know, let them know. Tell me to contact them. I'm really looking for some professional grade stuff. I just want to get a really nice intro, a really clean one. But as far as that, there's also the whole idea of the formation. There's also the whole idea of T1. Now, I want to get T1 on the Maya because it would pretty much improve my damage. Hikifune is just there to protect my team and then buff Namaya's attack. And then Namaya would his skill would do way more damage. That would be a really good thing. But at the same time, I want to get pure T1 just so I can work on the bonds. I want to finish all the bonds. That's definitely something that's been annoying me for a while now. And you can't do that without pure T1. It's really difficult. So I have 4 characters that are used for inherits. Kisuke and Haribel pretty much take the least amount of time, and Hirako and Yoruichi are going to take the longest. But I'm fine with that because all I have to do is farm fragments for Hikifune and Ichibe, and then I use Kirinji. So 5 partners for resets. It feels good, at least. Especially when I can start cashing in and inheriting them, all of them. But I have really been slow with my special war powers progress. I haven't been doing Hokumundo. Just feel like I haven't had the time to honestly sit down and play these games anymore. I've been really busy with work again, and at the same time, just a lot of real life stuff are going on. Like I'm really actually having a good time in life. You know, spending less time home, focusing more on other things, and it feels good. I'm starting to do the 135 Cerate division. I need to get a ton of infusements. I will purchase a 130 set. I'll probably only get one. I don't plan on getting two because infusing one is gonna be a pain in the ass. I don't even have any universals either, so I'm not gonna really be able to swap over from a 120 to a 130 anytime soon. I will take the 130, give it to Hikifune, take Hikifune's 120 set, and give it to Berserk Renji. Then eventually I would get one 140 set, give it to Hiki, swap the 130 to Namaya, then give the last 120 to my Vanguard, and then my main is gonna basically be stuck with the Cyclone. He just really doesn't need it. There's no point in getting everybody a 120 set as well, because 130 is better. It's better. It's a minimal stab boost, but you might as well just go for the 130 if it's only a little bit more expensive. But the good news is, I have so much on my mind. I just want to apologize, guys, but I'm trying to get through this at 2 in the morning. So bonds are really not going good. I need to use these fragments, but there's nothing good to go for. I can always get more damage on Nomaya. I can always get more damage and crit on Renji. For Ichibe, there's really nothing except for HP. And for Hikifune, it's really all useless. There's really nothing that's good. Damage rate is the only thing worth getting, but for bonds, I just need to get pure T1. And that's just a pain. So I really want to get a support that can help me outspeed people even more. Senju is good, but at the same time, I just don't like Hikifune that she doesn't hit all. And I noticed that the one-click mop-up kind of got like I guess a little bit of a tweak, because before when you one-clicked, it would tell you, oh, you got like X amount of solo conquest, but now it actually just gives you 5 every time when it gets hit in a lineup. So they actually changed that. But yeah, I really want to change my formation. I just have really high expectations for the Sternritters. Now Bambietta is the first Sternritter that we're gonna get. She is supposed to come out at the end of the month. Really no news about her. We don't know if she's gonna be a support or a Vanguard or an assaulter. I just really think that I just really want to know that the Sternritters, or I hope at least, that they can replace the Zero Division partners. I just really am tired of them. I just want them to, get replaced. Obviously they're gonna be expensive at the start, but over time hopefully they just come down. But it's been a pretty grind. I mean, I'm halfway to 139. When I hit 140 and I get, when I hit 140 on Namaya and Renji, then I'll reincarnate them. So it's gonna be a while. I don't plan on spending silver to level them up either. I'm saving 3 billion silver just in case I get a partner anytime soon, because I really want to get a new partner. I want to change something on my team. So I assume it's gonna be at least 2 billion silver to get 120. I doubt I would go further. Would only go further if I had to basically get a 130 set on my main support, and that depends if I can get them. So if I were to swap to a new support sometime in the future, or at least pretty soon, I would have to get a pure T1 set. There's no way you can get 9th Evo without having a ton of vitality saved up and doing gold resets in a day. And the 1k vitality is not going to get you anywhere near that. So yeah, this is like literally nothing stacked up. I don't know how vitality is, I don't know how would you consider to be vitality stacking, how good would you consider it, but I mean, I think I'm doing pretty good with vitality so far. 1600 after, I would say it's about a week now, give or take. A single top up. Huh? My single top up reached 50 gold. I don't even remember when I topped up. Okay then, but yeah. Visor Legion. 20,000 gets you a tier 11. Spend 8k a day so you get your, 2k coupons a day back. Just make sure you don't go over 8k. Limited purchase is honestly not that good on US. At tier 11 I'll go for 5k plus enhances is pretty good. The 5k is always the best one, but you have to spend to unlock it, so you're better off spending it somewhere else. Now we have Don Vante with 37k, so it actually seems like he will get Berserk Renji. I was scared that he wasn't going to get it, because he was at about 30k points when it started. But yeah, you know, he's gonna get it for sure now. Perfect couple. Now, one thing I noticed is this: you have these 3 things to redeem, and they give you roses. So you redeem it once. I'm not sure if it resets daily. But yeah, you basically spend spend gold towards these, and you get roses. So I have 150. If you spend 4k gold, you get 200. This is definitely like one of the best ones as far as that goes. This event is kind of confusing, honestly. So 4,100 gold for a Super Fury. It is basically the same price as Witch's House. I did the math. If you were to buy it's like around 2,400 for like 9 basic Furies, and if you basically double it, you'll get 18 for 4,800 gold. And I think the Super is 16, so Witch's House might actually help you out a little bit better, giving you 2 more. Could be a little bit off because it's just way too late for me to think. Tier 12 Hogu for 5k is a good price. Level 9 stones for 5k are a good price. Level 8 stones for 2,600 are a good price. But you might as well just go for the 9s or the 7s. 140 set for 8k is an amazing deal. They normally cost 14,000 gold. Now, I wanted to buy one and just to hold on to it. I really don't think 140 sets would ever just, you know, come down in price. So getting one for 8k now and saving a good deal, about 5,000 gold, is a pretty good deal. My only problem is that it would sit here for ages. It's bad enough it was bad enough getting 135 to start infusing 130 sets, but then trying to get 145 to infuse 140 sets is going to be ridiculous. So if I do end up getting it, I'm going to basically have to grind for that. And they need 999 roses. Like, you already know how fast Isane is. She's really good. But all these partners with really weak growth rates just have amazing buffs, and they're basically meant for raging teams. Even if I had Isane, she wouldn't really help me out as a first support. She is very fast, but she doesn't have the growth rate to really nuke. And I don't focus on assaulters, so it's kind of pointless. But she also gives combo rate to them, so it's really good. And then Elegant Hana is a really good second support or third support. She can't go first. I would really like to get an Elegant Hana for 6th mod, and then just have a Namaya for 6th mod, but then have like a first support that's really fast. So far, we really don't have any kind of support like that. It's just honestly going to be a Senjumaru type thing. She's just like the all-around balanced support if you don't know what you want. So yeah, I mean, Senju would definitely be the move. Senju, Elegant Hana, and Namaya, but really don't want to get anybody else. But yeah, Elegant Hana is just ridiculously OP with that 6th mod. That's gonna help so much. But yeah, I mean, as far as this event goes, I'm only gonna get a 130 set. Really doesn't matter when I get it, but I'll just hold off for it. You know, calculate some things. Right, I have 4 more days, so I'm fine. Within 4 days, I have to basically purchase that 130 set, and then anything else I want. The Ultra Hero revamp was definitely something that was needed, and it's about time. As far as I know, prices did not change. Still, everything was the same. Now, Retsu no Hana Kenpachi for 8,000. Amazing for events. Now, all I gotta say is that it would be so good to start on the new server, but you have to top up 12k or 20k minimum. So what I would suggest people to do is get a Retsu no Hana Kenpachi and a Berserk Renji when they start on a new server, and you will dominate events. Like, you will have insane damage for Evil Spirit, insane damage for Ryoka. You will probably start one-hitting Ryoka at about level 50 or 60 as soon as you get a full formation going. But that's assuming you're gonna have these two, then at least like a Korenji. I don't know who else you're gonna get. There's really nobody. Oh, we have Anniversary Feast. Alright, forget everything I say. Top up 20k. I will give you a plan right now. Whoever has $500 can take over the server, and I will guarantee you it. Unless like everybody takes my advice and does it. Top up 20k. You get a 30% rebate from this. Now, Okay, actually, we have to think this through. So the rebate is good, but 20k, I would actually take 2 of these. Take 2 tier 12 Hogus. Get a agility or get an agility. You don't really need agility, but I will do agility and wisdom on your support. Or you can just do a wisdom and a strength for Berserk Renji and your Retsu no Hana Kenpachi. Then you're set for events. It's gonna be fucking ridiculous damage. Super value gives you 50%. So top up 20k, you're at 30k. Alright, so 20k points in Ultra Hero goes towards Berserk Renji and Retsu no Hana Kenpachi. You have 30k gold to spend. Now what do you do with your 30k gold? It's easy. You get a Hikifune for events. Why do I get a Hikifune, you ask? She is better early on a new server because you're going to get 50% attack buff to your entire team. That's going to make it a lot better. Now, you could also get Senjumaru. But honestly, you need a Vanguard. So, I wouldn't really get a Senjumaru. Stick with Hikifune, Retsu no Hana Kenpachi, Berserk Renji. That's like the best team you can have for events at a low level. Then, as far as Zanpakuto, I would kind of go with Zangetsu if you're going for events because he gives damage rate to everybody. And Hikifune's attack buff and damage rate would stack. So you get damage rate, attack right there, plus insane damage from your partners. You could go Muramasa if you want to go PvP later on for CSB, but I say go for Zangetsu. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but the only Vanguard you could get is a Ichibei. But fuck it, don't get Ichibei. Just stick with a Chad. Get a Saijin at 70. When Kukaku comes around for like 16k gold and Lucky Draw or some other event, get her. She's by far the best Vanguard. So your team, for 20k top up, and you still keep most of your gold, you only spend 12k gold. I would recommend you to spend it on, for Hikifune, go for like wisdom and strengths, honestly. You don't have to focus on agility because your team is going to be doing such good damage, they're going to level up too fast. So I would focus wisdom strengths for Berserk Renji or Retsu no Hana Kenpachi. So I'll review it real quick. You top up 20k, you get 10k from super value, you get 2 tier 12 Hogus from Rio Furnace, you only spend 12k gold. So you're still left with 18,000 gold, but you have Retsu no Hana Kenpachi, a Hikifune, Berserk Renji, 2 tier 12 Hogus, and then let's say you get Zangetsu from Anniversary Feast. So you spend 8k gold on that. So you have 10k gold left over. And you have a pretty much full set team. Then when you have a Lucky Draw come out, you top up one more time, get a Kukaku. Bam, your formation is done for PvE pretty much. You're going to have insane damage. That formation, that's a crazy start. It's a better start than I had. And then don't forget that Visor Revenge spending, you're gonna basically try to do 8k at a time if you can't. But yeah, you know, you're gonna get a lot of stuff. So that's the best basically the best way to take over the server. And don't forget you get like these shits, and you can redeem these if the people on your server top up that much. So that's basically how you could take over a new server. At least how I would do it. It's a way better start than I had. I had to get a Hikifune and Kensei when I could have gotten a Hikifune and a White Ichigo. I'm fucking stupid for getting Kensei. But yeah, Berserk Renji and Retsu no Hana Kenpachi with a Hikifune and Zangetsu is fucking ridiculous damage. If I had that shit day one on Evil Spirit, I probably could have fucking killed it. Especially with all the stones you're gonna get. But yeah, I wanted just to bring that out. You know, for those of you who want to take my advice, yeah, I can guarantee you that if you took my advice right now, your account will be super strong. For $500, that account will probably surpass mine. When I had my account, I still have all the videos from when I first started. I was leveling fast. I was getting like 10 levels a day with just a Hikifune. Like just a Hikifune. Imagine if you had a Retsu no Hana Kenpachi, Berserk Renji. You'd be one-hitting Ryoka probably day one. Like you'd be doing some insane fucking damage. It'd just be crazy. But yeah, that's all I really have to say. I just wanted to give you guys my advice. So there's gonna be, I think, at least 2 new servers, one EU, one US, while the events are going on. So if you want to start a new server, just take your pick and try it out, you know. But it's only going to work out if you do at least a 20k top up to get both of them from Ultra Hero. That is one thing you have to figure out. So just thought I should share this information with you guys. Definitely want you guys to have a better experience. So what do I have? I'm basically stuck with Cotton. Oh, I also have my Hogus, so I don't know where the Togo Enhances Talisman came from, but I got them from something, so I might as well use them on the Maya's agility. It's gonna give me 2 levels, so I'm trying to max that out ASAP. It's gonna give a ton of speed, 20k BP alone. And the Maya's at 373,000 speed. It feels like I haven't been speaking English this entire video, and I just want to apologize, but I don't know why. I'm just way too exhausted. Still have to farm some more Tosins because I'm missing 1 more Tosin to max that 6-star again in Brave Souls. But that's all I have to really say. I mean, if you guys want to take over the server, just do what I do. If you want more help or whatever on your account, just let me know on Discord. As well as if you know anyone who makes some professional grade intros, tell them hit me up. I wouldn't mind paying for an intro, but that shit has to like meet my standards, and I have some really high standards. So I will be getting a 130 set soon. First, I'll be trying to stack these materials. Maybe on the last day I'll get it and see how far I could get. I'm really just trying to make sure I didn't miss anything. Trying to make sure I did not miss anything. But I have to do more campaigns, get these accessories maxed. I did forget. Shit, I keep looking. Keep thinking Zanpakuto is the fortified one. So, wow, I didn't have like any. I thought I had so many Soul of Conquest saved up. But whatever, guys. Enough nagging. It was a longer video, but at least I should make it up for you guys. I'm trying to do just a lot more variety on my channel now, just to play what I want to play. You know. But yeah, I want to appreciate you guys watching me. Sorry for sounding like a retard or whatever. But I'll see you guys tomorrow.